How's the royal family? I pray that everyone is doing well. Well, my royal family, that title speaks for itself. You're not going to like what I'm going to say. I know some are not, but I must stay true to thyself. The fiber of America. The fiber of America. And I'm in agreement with this title. They're using Good Family. Sony Hostin questions NFL new initiative with families impacted by police brutality. So I don't feel like there's a need to read this article. I will just play the video. I will take the royal family on a journey. I'm going to keep it very core. And there will be some out here that are not going to like what I'm going to say. I'm going to be the rawest I have ever been. I'm going to be as candid as I ever been. And I know some people are saying, can True Royal get any raw? Yes, I can. I can go there with the best. Because I was taught by the best. And I continue to be taught by the best. And the best is the royal family.
Fact of life in America, and one of the leading causes of death for young black men in the U.S., who are 2.5 times more likely than white men to be killed by police. It's a reality that 3 heartbroken families are here trying to change, and they're telling their stories with the help from these new PSAs by Roc Nation and the NFL. Take a look. 3 young men with big dreams, bright futures, and their whole lives ahead of them. Danny Henry.
Our beloved Danny. Our firstborn son.
He's a kid who has just the biggest heart and a love for people.
I love you. The day he was born, my husband said he's going to be a football player.
Danny wanted to be an athlete. I enjoyed watching him play and fulfill his dream.
Antoine Rose Jr.
A beautiful son, Antoine. He's intelligent, funny, entertaining, so quick-witted. He is my angel. As he got older, he decided he wanted to be a chemical engineer. So that was his intention in going to college.
And Botham Jean.
Botham Jean is my son. He is the light in any dark room.
Botham is my little brother. He is the kindest, sweetest person you could ever know.
They lived in different parts of the country, but fell victim to the same tragic, all too common cycle of violence in America. 20-year-old Danny was shot and killed by police in 2010 while sitting in a car after a college football game celebration in Mount Pleasant, New York. 17-year-old honor student Antoine was shot in the back 3 times by a rookie officer at a traffic stop in East Pittsburgh in 2018. And 26-year-old Botham was shot dead in his own Dallas, Texas apartment in 2018 by his neighbor, an off-duty police officer who claims she got off on the wrong floor and thought she was entering her own apartment. They were each robbed of their futures, but their families want to turn these tragedies into a movement to overcome the fear and misunderstanding that's causing a deadly American epidemic.
I know that it'll never be the same. You don't hear his basketball coming through, or me yelling out the door to stop bouncing that ball. The world hurts because they lost somebody who could have made a true impact.
What I wish people could experience is Danny at 30. Would he be retiring from the NFL? Would he be on an NFL sideline coaching? What would his children look like? What would they be doing?
The world has lost lost a great man. He was destined for greatness.
I look forward to the day both of them would have gotten married, having kids.
There are things that must be done and must be done quickly. We must change this all around.
Please welcome Danny Henry's mom, Angela Henry, Antoine Rose Jr.'s mom, Michelle Kenny, and Botham Jah's sister, Alyssa Findlay. So, Angela, the police officer that killed your son, Danny, reported that he shot your son because he tried to run him over. No charges were brought against this officer, and Danny's friends who were in the car said that's not what happened. It took y'all 7 years to get to the truth. And what did you discover getting to that truth?
We're grateful. We had a 30-year police veteran that was there that night that came forward and told the truth about what happened.
And what was that?
It was that our son was told to move. He was in a fire lane, and a police officer tapped on his window and asked him to move. Another officer thought that he claims he thought he heard someone say stop, and decided to stop by shooting at our son and killing him in the car. And if it wasn't for the 30-year police veteran and all of the other witnesses, we probably wouldn't have the truth that we have now. And it's important to note that the other police officer came forward and said that the only threat that night was the officer that killed our son. Our son wasn't doing anything wrong. He wasn't speeding. He wasn't disobeying an order. In fact, he was trying to slow down and do whatever they asked him to do.
Right.
And after he was shot, they made him get out of the car, stand up. They put handcuffs on him and laid him on the ground.
Wow. Michelle, your son Antoine was unarmed when he ran from the police at a traffic stop in East Pittsburgh. The officer shot him 3 times in the back, and the officer admitted that he couldn't be sure that your son had a gun. But he was found, that officer, not guilty on all charges. Protests erupted in Pittsburgh. How did you react when the verdict came in?
For me, it wasn't a surprise. I was more concerned with my daughter and my family members. But I totally understand how the system works, and I wasn't shocked at all. I held that close to the vest, though, because I wanted to protect my daughter and my mother. But I wasn't surprised. It's the way the system works.
Alyssa, the police called you first because you were the contact that Botham had. And when they told you that your brother had been shot and killed, this story, as it got more and more out there to people, stunned everyone because no one could understand how it was possible that you're sitting in your apartment and someone comes in and shoots you dead.
Right.
And there's no, how did they explain it?
I received a call from a social worker at the hospital. That was my first call. She wanted me to identify my brother over the phone. She asked me if I knew Botham Jah. She asked me for his address, his date of birth, where does he work. When I answered all these questions, I said, what happened? And she told me he was brought into emergency with a gunshot wound. And I said, where did this happen? She said she doesn't have the details. She thinks it's around where he lived. And I asked her, is he alive? And she said, I'm sorry to have to tell you he succumbed to his injuries. And at that point, I was in shock because I was not expecting this. And I said, I don't understand what you're saying. And she said he was shot through his heart and he died.
In his apartment, eating ice cream, as I recall.
Yes.
You're all featured in PSAs about police shootings that are sponsored by Rock Nation and the NFL. And I am thrilled that you are getting these stories out because I have a 17-year-old boy And I think about this all the time. And I talk about this all the time. Colin Kaepernick protested police shootings and took a knee because of this very issue. And many people, including myself, felt like the NFL blacklisted him because of this. Some people think, and I think it, that the NFL is producing these PSAs to give themselves cover. And I think they're using good families to do it. How do you respond to that?
I'm a Cap fanatic. I mean, die-hard Cap fan. I was a Cap fan way before he took the knee.
Me too.
And I will forever be grateful for him opening this conversation. But Antoine is my son. So when you get a call from Rock Nation in the NFL and they say, we want to take your platform to the next level, we don't want anything from you and we have a plan. I have to remember that Antoine is my son. So I'm all in.
Yeah. And I think we're all hoping to get the same result. Kaepernick was trying to bring awareness, and he did. And we're doing the same thing. And with the reach of both the NFL and Rock Nation, and being here on The View, we're reaching even more people that may not know our stories, and now they do.
Yeah, I look at it as Kaepernick started the conversation, and with Rock Nation and the NFL, they're now taking another step. And it doesn't end here with Rock Nation and the NFL. We're looking for anyone with a platform to keep this conversation going so that we can come up with a resolution.
Some sort of resolution.
Yeah.
And you've spoken to Roger Goodell.
Yes, we have.
Did you get a sense that he gets it?
I did. You can't fake empathy, especially when you're a parent. And I watched his facial gestures. I listened to every word he said. He cried when I cried. He didn't rush us. He didn't ask us to leave. He was the kindest man. And you don't really get to see that in the interviews that he does. But that man shed tears for my son.
And it's an opportunity that we had to share personally our stories with him, because maybe he hears them from a distance, but this is a chance for him to meet families, truly get to know us and understand what we're trying to do.
And the other thing that I want to make sure that everybody understands, this is not an anti-police conversation.
Right.
All of these women have police officers in their families.
Yeah.
Let's keep that in mind, okay? This is a conversation about what can we do better because stuff is happening. We understand that you all are in this together. I thank y'all for coming. I want you to just know that anything we can do, we will continue to do.
All right, my royal family. I'm going to let y'all know, first and foremost, this is a anti-police conversation. Like I said, brace yourself. I'm about to go there. So, the NFL has this social justice inspiring change in communities nationwide. What communities are affected? Speaking directly to the NFL in this bullshit that they are pandering to us. Now, hours ago, just played, a video on the True Royal family and True Royal about how the enemy continues to pander to the royal family. See, the enemy is feeling something, my royal family. Don't think because we are out of this captivity, nothing is going on. There's things that are going on spiritually. And the enemy is feeling something about to, unquote, come. And that's not our problem. It is not our problem for the pigs that continue to slaughter our kings in the streets of America, our queens in the streets of America, the entire royal family But for now, my royal family, I'm putting a spotlight on our kings that they can't keep their fucking hands off. Y'all can't mind your fucking business. So y'all trying to think of ways where you coming to us and you need to go to your fucking own. Because they can't stop hating royalty. As long as the enemy roam the earth. Again, as long as the enemy roam the earth, there will always be blood shed. So let's continue to focus on America. They will continue to kill us. They will continue to hate us. They will continue to despise us. There is nothing with these fake ass gestures in the community. Why you ain't going to any other motherfucking communities and inspiring change and justice? Fuck your justice. We see this shit every damn day. Even greasy motherfuckers like this that look like you and I have core hate for their own. And they feel if I join the police, I will be fully protected. And they're absolutely right. Now, making these damn gestures and immediately arresting and all of those immediate things that you are doing now don't mean a motherfucking thing. It's still, at the end of the day, the same damn results. But the NFL, the NFL was feeling some kind of way because a black man take a knee. The Dallas Cowboys owner threatened big, huge, strapping black men what they would do to them if they take a knee. But it's affecting your bottom line because that's the only thing your white ass can understand is money. Run with that shit if you want to know who the enemy is. With your evil, pompous ass. So you catch these families in their most vulnerable state, and they do some of the most stupidest things. Look at Botham's family. They out of their mind. They need to go home. They need to go sit somewhere. They look stupid. Because America is letting you know how they feel. Now they trying to figure out who to sue, but they ain't gonna sue Amber. No, they want to watch over her. Then they go get fools like this fool here. Because what he really telling black folks is, go along and get along. Ray Lewis, take your tired ass someplace and get your shit together. This is all about money. And it's affecting their pockets. So you come to us. You come to us. Because I ain't watching the Super Bowl. There's so many of these kings that ain't watching and they ain't playing. They serious. And they said they done with the NFL. So you come and pander to us. You know what? A long time ago, let's get Kaepernick here. And I support Kaepernick. I don't give a damn what anybody say. Because somebody had to say it. I said 4 years ago that this taking a knee stuff, this ain't gonna stop. America is not gonna stop killing the royal family. They're killing all of us. Tasering grandmamas, beating the hell out of them. It don't matter. You have some of our own, had utter hatred for this dude Well, when your black ass gonna stand up? Yeah, I'm talking to our own too. Like I said, y'all not gonna like what I'm gonna say. I ain't sparing nobody. When your black ass gonna stand up? When is your black ass gonna really do something? This talking shit. Because you're mad because you wasn't the first to do it. Somebody had to do it. So yeah, I'm covering those ones, those gatekeepers that look like you and I, that get mad when True Royal keep it real core, real raw. We have all been affected by this. Seeing black men shot in the streets of America. Lord. All of us have been affected some kind of way. I got my own stories. But I don't like being pandered to. And I don't like seeing good people used. And you got these women who have lost their loved ones. And what can I say to them? I don't know their pain. But I don't like when people capitalize on us so they can continue to fill their pockets. They always coming to us. Go to the source. When are you going to go to the source? Stop coming to us. Stop using us. Stop sucking on us with these half-hearted attempts, thinking that it will change your rotten, funky ways. It ain't us. It's you. And it's always been you. So the stadiums look light. You don't like it. You want them filled. People looking at America like, what's wrong with America? Well, people that's listening from other countries, what's wrong with America? They hate. They hate. They hate black men to the point that they will shoot them in the back and plant a gun on them, and they ain't did shit. And then the next thing is to pull up their record and find anything. And they spew what they spew. I'm talking to the enemy. You know as well as I that you will have to atone for your atrocious ways. So these half-hearted attempts ain't gonna work, Esau. Ain't gonna never work, Esau. You seen our punishment. So what make you think that you can continue to do this and then use this bullshit to get you out of it? Where's it at? Let me get it right. This shit. It's not going to work at all. You will have to answer to a higher power. And I and many in the royal family will feel absolutely nothing for the ass kicking that you truly deserve, and you know it. So you can continue to use these women. You can come to our communities and pander with us. You can try to give us money, and whatever you try to do, it ain't going to work at all. This is a joke. And I guarantee you, once the year is over with, there will be more of this. This right here. The only difference is there will be more women, more children, and more elders. They don't give a damn who and what they kill. That is the core of America. They hate us. I keep telling y'all, my royal family. Our Father put something in the enemy. They can see the kingdom in us, and they can see the everlasting life, and that disturbs them. They know they gotta pay. So, this is nothing new. This is nothing new. We have to keep it real raw. And pandering to us is a slap in our face. We know you before you even knew your damn self. So keep on with your games, Esau. Keep doing what you're doing. But as I speak, not soon and very soon, as I speak, you are atoning to your treacherous, trashy, trailer park ways. Oh, yeah. You can't keep your hands off of royalty. You can't stop overdoing it off of royalty. We can fully comply and you will kill us anyway. Well, one thing that our folks really know about is karma. And it is truly, truly a bitch. And I resent the fact, because your pockets hurt and you shed some little funky ass tears or whatever that thing you think you're doing that will clear it up. Stop coming to us and go to your own. I have not yet ever seen the enemy go to their own and say, what's the fuck wrong with you? Because we have did our part. It don't matter how meek and weak-willed we act. They're going to keep killing us. I don't give a damn who don't like this conversation. Fuck you. Yeah, I'm saying that for the ones of the families who don't have no voices. And they just, they try to get some sense of justice. Because you feel some kind of way in your little quaint communities. And you see your finest stroll down your streets in suburbia. Yeah, fuck you. Because it's all about your bottom line at the end of the day. One thing that I do know, when I went in that spirit world, my royal family, and experience what I experience, and experiencing what I'm experiencing now, our Father keeps his word. Soon and very soon. I'll leave it right there, my royal family. Render your voice with your beautiful divine words. And as always, I thank you for your love. And I thank you for your support. And with that said, Ashe.